Hello, everyone. I'm Patrick Healy. I'm really excited to be able to contribute to this final project. I am so grateful for the opportunity with this class to learn so much more about the diaconal ministry, and a lot of my questions were answered. A lot of new questions are developed, but that's the process, right? So, thank you, and I look forward to reviewing everybody else's um, documents. And so, I interviewed two deacons. Um, I met with Janie Haig, who's a deacon at Camp of the Cross. And it's a camp, Bible camp up in Metagoshi in North Dakota. And she is actually the one that was appointed on the panel for my entrance into the ELCA program, candidacy process. So she was very happy to meet with me over the phone, and because she didn't go to the retreat, I was able to hear her story, and her story is similar to a lot of the other deacon stories that I've heard from the retreat and other places. It's not the predictable path, maybe as some of the pastor candidates. So I was very fascinated about her story. Um, she I'll just start with this because it reminded me of what the new Pope's brothers talked about, where he was playing priest with an ironing board as the altar um, when he was just a kid, while other people were being firemen or cooks and whatever. So, but she had this old pew that was given to her, and they cut it into half, and they used it at their house. And she put her dolls in the pew seat, and she was playing pastor. So that was a neat little story. And she has had a call to serve God since that age. So it's been great to see that she actually followed through with it. A lot of times we hear things like that coming from God, and we don't pursue it, or pursue it very late, like me and others in our class. So um, she she knew as she got a little older, she did not want to be a pastor. She figured that out because she liked helping people directly. But she knew she wanted to be a part of church, so she didn't know what that looked like because no one did, and no one does still if you're not going to be a pastor. So she worked in the church, volunteering many things, and she became a youth director, and that was really exciting for her. Um, she went to a retreat when she went to Wartburg, and that's where she really decided for sure she was going to go to be a deacon. She learned a lot about it there, and she just became really excited about that call for her. And it synced into what she wanted to do anyway, so which was help people directly. But life did get in the way of her passion for this, and her mom had gotten sick. She went into, by the way, she went into seminary as right after college, so she was a younger, I should say, a younger seminarian. So her mom got sick, and that was really hard for her, and so she kind of stopped her motion on that so she can take care of her mom, and then she, she started the process to become an ELCA deacon, and during her entrance application and interview, she was actually denied, and she was really upset about that. She thought, of course, there's everyone's looking forward to getting people to come into the ministry, and how would they deny me? And not to take that rejection personally, like I'm not even good enough to serve God, in this way. So, but she later really thanked them for this because the reason she was denied was because she actually had student loans from her undergrad, because that's what she needed to do, and they were worried about her taking on more student loans because they didn't have as many scholarships at that point, and so they were worried about her debt to income ratio and what that would mean for her and the stress it would cause her. So they asked her to, take care of the loans a little bit more, get some experience under her belt, and then reapply. But right after that, she found out about a bunch of different scholarships, and she